But otherwise, yours looks pretty much similar because I got the same back too. It's
Yeah, it reuses the same back cover and front cover.
And then John Bush having an orgasm in the back, in the front there.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
It was a lesson well learned.
And with that, welcome to Screams from the Grave. I usually have you start off the show like that. Screams from the Grave.
Yes, you usually do. But that's okay.
Yeah, sorry. I took your thunder. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Well, welcome. Tonight we're going to talk about Armored Saint's first release, the EP.
Which, by the way, I did not know about this EP at all.
Which, I mean, come on, man. How could you have not heard False Alarm and Lesson Well Learned at some point?
Well, False Alarm's on the first album, so I've heard that one. But I did not.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It is.
Yeah, I believe it's the last song on the first album. But yeah, it was on sale. I think it was last year. Metal Blade was having a sale, and then I was like, oh shit, what the hell's that? And I looked it up and, had all these songs on there, and I looked up some more information about it being their EP and all that, so I was like, I gotta have that,
I got Metal Massacre 2, and then I loved that so much I started looking at different bands that were on there. When I went back to the store, this was the cheapest one they had, so I bought it. Plus, It had Lesson Well Learned on it too. And then later on, I got the rest. But
yeah, you can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with this EP.
So this was the first Armored Saint record I actually had.
Really?
It doesn't usually happen like that, but yeah.
Yeah. So you started at the very beginning.
Yep, and then I got March of the Saint. Well, I had heard Symbol of Salvation before that because I saw it in that Hellraiser movie, and made my dad go and give me the record. But I was a kid then, so other than listening to Hanging Judge, which I really liked, I didn't seriously listen to the whole album.
You didn't get it yet. That's kind of like my bringing that up. That's kind of like my Iron Maiden experience. I was a kid. It was like, God, I can't remember what grade it was in. Maybe 5th grade. And this kid I went to school with, he gave me an Iron Maiden cassette, and it was Somewhere in Time. And I remember having it, and I remember listening to it, and it just never caught on to me, I guess, because I kind of just forgot about it. And then later on, I got into Be Quick or Be Dead came on MTV's Headbang a Ball, and I was like, holy shit, that's awesome. And I realized it's Iron Maiden. And then I got into Iron Maiden.
Interesting.
So kind of like the same thing, you forget about them, you loosely listen to something, and then you get into it,
Yeah.
But that definitely didn't happen to me with Iron Savior. I got started with Symbol of Salvation, and like I said...
You mean Armored Saint?
What did I say?
Iron Savior.
Oh, yes. I just did an Iron Savior. I'm getting very confused. Too many irons in the kitchen. Yeah. Irons in the fire. But, Armored Saint, my first Symbol of Salvation. Then I worked my way backwards, from their albums from there. And like I said, the first time I've heard this EP was very recent. And actually, I had listened to it before we did this because I really didn't remember too much about it. But my version's the reissue, so I got a couple extra songs in here. You said, what's the original ones? Lesson Well Learned?
Lesson Well Learned, False Alarm, and then the B-side just has On the Way.
On the Way, okay. Yeah, I got No Reason to Live and Stricken by Fate. Yeah. That's bonus tracks.
However, I think I'm pretty positive that's the first time Stricken by Fate has ever been released on anything official, because both of those songs are from the EP sessions, but they only put 3 on the EP. I can't remember why now. Yeah. But No Reason to Live they previously released on Saints Will Conquer, the live EP, which I also have, but didn't think to bring out here with me because this was kind of spur of the moment. I'm in theme with Rat Salad Review.
That's all right. Hey, thankfully, this is a short album, so it's just a little EP with a couple songs on it.
Well, we got 2 different versions, Yeah, your lyrics insert looks cooler, but this one did come with one. And
mine's got the
a bunch of other stuff on Enigma / Metal Blade Records.
That's cool. What's on that flyer? some cool
So this
stuff?
flyer is actually really interesting because there's some cool stuff on here, but there wasn't a whole lot of metal records around
Really?
really in '83 at this point in time, I guess, because most of it is for punk.
Really?
Yeah, you
Like
got
what?
like Eastern Front on here, Super Heroines, Polyphonic Size, The Hypnotics, Descendants, Milo Goes to College. That's a great one. American Youth Report, which is a compilation, but that's got like Bad Religion and other punk bands like that on it.
Mm.
Wall of Voodoo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I never knew Brian Schlegel distributed any of their records. That's funny. But
Actually,
then, yeah, there's
on
like
the
Iggy
other
Pop
side,
and the Vandals.
on the other side is I think it's Warlord on the top there. I saw.
Yeah, the Warlord EP. That's oh man, what's the name of that song? It's not Deliver Us. That's the name of that EP. Lucifer's Hammer is a song from that EP that's also on Metal Massacre too. Along with right next to Warlord is Bitch, Be My Slave, and Live for the Whip is on Metal Massacre too.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and then Husker Du, Landspeed Record, another punk one that's pretty good.
So a mix of
yeah, Searth Ungol, Frost and Fire, and the first Rat EP too.
Wow, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I got the red vinyl too. I think mine looks cooler. I mean, I know you got the original, but I got the clear red vinyl.
Some colored vinyl's okay.
And then the band's logo is on there too, which is pretty cool. You just got that metal blade with the blood on it. I mean, come on.
All old school, man. Original Metal Blade record.
Yeah, no, I like that logo. Actually, one of the Merciful Fate albums I have has that on there. I think it's In the Shadows has it on there.
Yeah, that was they brought it back for a little bit, I think, because there was some kind of anniversary right around then.
Yep. Yes,
because what they were using after this that they started using in like '86 was the one that looked like shattered razor blades. I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, some cool logos they have sometimes, Metal Blade. So anyway, to get onto the EP itself, the band is very. I kind of look at this more like as a demo, in a way, than an album.
They are, but the songs are so well. I mean, really, they are 3 songs from a demo. I mean, yeah. But I don't know. It's really fully formed, man. These are some really strong, powerful tracks here. Everything on here is just as good as March of the Saint.
Yeah. Yeah, you could just hear the difference, though. March of the Saints very polished sounding, and this is almost demo sounding. It is a step up from a demo sound, but you can hear still very early stages of the band.
Yeah, I like that though.
Yeah, no,
little garage band type shit.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It sounds good. It's produced very well for its time. It sounds good. You can listen to it today and still, it's still fairly, fresh.
Oh yeah,
I guess.
And they got great riffs and it's catchy, lesson well learned. That's just a great chorus there. Well, the whole song's really catchy.
Yeah, it is. False Alarm I like because I know that one a little bit more because of March of the Saint. It's pretty much the same here, right? There's a couple of little things that are different.
There's a couple things that are a little bit different. I think the version on March of the Saint sounds a little bit fuller, but
yeah, I
heard this one first, so I like it better. That little bit of raw sound it has to it, a little bit more stripped down.
Yeah, but I'm more impartial to the March of the Saint one. And also too, I noticed it sounded like the band was a little bit off in the beginning of False Alarm. I don't know if you noticed.
A little bit, yeah.
I had to go back and listen to that a few times. Like, wait a minute. But that's what made me actually too feel like it's more of like a demo in a way, because it's not so nobody is on with each other, especially like in that part. It's kind of weird that they wouldn't go back and fix that.
I just kind of thought that was how they wanted it to sound, so I didn't put that much thought into it there. But
I do. I think of that stuff. But On the Way, it's another really cool song. I like that one too.
Yeah, On the Way is another great one. Another great chorus, great guitar, and John Bush was already awesome here. Oh yeah, he knew how to use his voice.
Yep.
And they're very distinct too. You know, I mean, Lesson Well Earned definitely stands out. You know, it's Armored Saint.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I mean, you can still hear what's on these songs, like just the Armored Saint sound is still. They still do it today. You know, you can still hear.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, you can put this on and listen to Punching the Sky directly afterwards, and you would still know it's Armored Saint.
Yeah, definitely. What else we got here? I don't. Did you hear the No Reason to Live and Stricken by Fate songs, the bonus tracks?
Oh yeah, I've heard them both before. Yeah, Stricken by Fate. I've got the digital version of that I bought. Just because I didn't. Well, I'll get it on vinyl eventually, but I wanted the original first.
Yeah.
Because I do like Stricken by Fate, but I like No Reason to Live better, and I already have that on Saints Will Conquer.
Yeah. And actually, and I just realized this now too, and I actually have the album, not to the old school. They actually have this EP onto that album, and I didn't realize that.
Oh, really? Does it have the 2 extra tracks, too?
I don't know. You should have asked me that before, and I would have grabbed it.
That's okay.
Where is it? It's got to be... Yeah, no, it's all the way over there. I'm not going over there. Actually, you know what?
I got Wikipedia right here.
I was just going to say, Wikipedia is your friend. Actually, there's a limited... Oh, man. Oh, no, I have the 2-disc version, so... Yeah, Lesson Well Learned, False Alarm, On the Way, Stricken by Fate's on there.
Yeah, that's all on there. Okay, so, yeah, that's... I don't have the digital version of that. I have Nod to the Old School. That's what it is. I knew I had it somehow. That was some kind of box set thing, and that's what it is.
Yeah,
because that also has a You Can Run But You Can't Hide from the Decline of Western Civilization 2 soundtrack on it.
Yeah, so really, you know, it's awesome debut in a way, you know, not a debut full album, but a debut EP from Armored Saint. I mean, not too many people, like I said, I didn't really know about this EP. I didn't really ever hear anybody talking about it.
No, it was kind of funny when I was looking at reviews for it, and that was really what made me want to do to it, because most Armored Saint fans you talk to that know about it, apparently, Wayne, you know, they always really like it. And even though it is more stripped down and, you know, more just kind of a raw band coming out doing a demo, it's still really good, and it's not like it's drastically different from what they did. You know, I'd rank it up there just right along with my favorites. So I found it kind of odd. It was like forgotten about. Or people just didn't like it.
Yeah. Well, I think what it is, it was released, what was it, 82? And then
83.
82, 83. I don't know, I saw 82. And then I don't know. It just, I guess, because it's an EP. So really, EPs. I mean, it's not like Queensryche's EP. You know, that's readily available anywhere. You know, you see that all the time. But I don't know. Maybe because Armored Saint wasn't really that big of a band. I don't know.
Could be, but everybody should get it, especially the 2012 version. You know.
Yeah, get it. You got the 2 extra songs. Get the extra songs and get that one, and you got the cool red vinyl too. So. But hey, if you find the original version cheap enough, just buy that one. It doesn't matter. Just buy it.
Yes, exactly. And surprisingly, they're not that expensive.
Really?
The most you see one go for is like $20.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
I think I got that for like 14.
Yeah, this was like 10 altogether.
Yeah, so you can't go wrong. You'll find it. Anyway, just go searching for it online, eBay, or Discogs. Really cool place to go get stuff from.
Yes, because everyone that's an Armored Saint fan needs at least Lesson Well Learned.
Yes. And some of you do need a lesson well learned. Yep. Right, Nate?
Learn.
Anything else you want to talk about with Armored Saint?
Not right now. I think we're going to do another one of these at some point, though, where we do Delirious Nomad as well. And, well, excuse me. Sorry about that. Anyway, no, because, you know, again, reading these reviews online, just like we were talking about with the Queensryche we plan on doing, too, I find it so strange how people just seem to praise, like, specific albums by certain bands that were really popular, but everything else seems to be crap to them.
Right.
And I noticed that about Delirious Nomad too, along with this EP. And to me, Delirious Nomad is kind of where they filled out really completely with their sound, because March of the Saint is good, but it's still very much a debut album.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I really have to go back and listen to that. It's been a long time since I listened to that. But I actually, when you read that review to me, you gave me an idea for a new show. Yeah.
What's that?
Reading bad reviews.
Oh, cool. Where I get to say I disagree.
Yes. I don't know. I'll think more about that. But
and by the way, Eduardo Rivadavia, who writes apparently metal reviews for All Music, you're wrong.
Oh yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Totally wrong. And if you talk to him, tell him Rat Salad Review sent you, and tell him to go fuck himself.
Yep, precisely.
And that is it for Screams from the Grave. We will see you next time.
Later.
Bye. What?